What's up, guys? Gabe here. Welcome back to another episode of the Spurs rebuild. And as you can see, in the first season, we finished ninth place. We lost in the FA Cups round six, round four in the EFL Cup, runners up in the Super Cup, and round of 16 in the Champions League. So last season was very average, but like the main progressive feature is that we came ninth place, much better than 17th in our previous season. So that is progress. And if I'm walking through the goals we want to achieve within the next season, it's definitely to get European football, whether it be 7th, 6th, or 5th place. I don't know if 7th place gets European football, I'm pretty sure it does. But we want to get European football. We want to be super competitive in every competition we are in. So that is just the EFL Cup and FA Cup. And I think the best way to do that is to keep all the players we currently have, but build on it with improved depth. So maybe get another attacker, get another midfielder, get another defender. And we'll look at the squad right now and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for. I think I'm looking to get another left back, maybe to upgrade on Udogi. I'll keep the centre backs for now. When I say I'm looking to get another midfielder, probably someone that can play both the CDM and the centre mid box to box role. And then for attacker, it's probably getting someone that can play the right wing position, a little upgrade on Brennan Johnson, but someone that can also play the left wing role. So, because obviously Son is looking a bit aged at the moment, and he's only going to get worse and worse with how FIFA is. That said, we have got Odobert that we can bring in. For example, if we want to give Odobert more of an opportunity over Son, that is an option. But Son was our best player last season. So what I'm going to do now is run through a few players in the shortlist. Unfortunately, there was no comments in the previous YouTube video on the Spurs episode 1. So I'm going to take everything into my own hands, see what I can do, and I'll take you there soon. Just a little quick update before jumping into our transfer shortlist and everybody we're looking to sell, although I'm not really looking to sell anybody right now. I see Kudus has submitted a transfer request after being here for one season. He hasn't even scored a goal for us yet. Last season, I'm pretty sure he got about 30 games or 20 to 30 games played, and he got one assist in all of those games. So he really played bad for us, and he wants to leave now. I don't blame him, and I think we just got to let him go, to be honest with you. That does give a good opportunity to Odobert to really come in and make the role his own. That said, I will be looking to replace Kudus and get like a really top class left winger as well as a right winger. Even though Brennan Johnson had a good season for us last season, I think getting a good right winger in would be beneficial to us. And now that Kudus really wants to leave as well, our whole attack is basically going to change unless maybe we keep Madison in the cam position here and we basically do this, have this as our bench, and replace Kudus with a top class left wing. I'm going to replace Churkin. I've put Udogi on the bench there, as you can see. I'm going to replace Churkin with a left back, and I'm going to replace Kudus with a top class left winger. And I think that's all we're going to do for the window. I do have faith in these players to really do well. I think this is a good team, and it's only about time before we start doing well. Yes, guys, so I've got my shortlist ready for you, and you'll see we got 2 left backs that I'm thinking about getting. We got 2 right wingers that I'm thinking about getting. And of course, now we have to look at some left wingers just based on the fact that Kudus wants to leave, which is really unfortunate. I really wanted him to do well, but he really was poor last season, and if he wants to go, we just got to grant him his wishes. I'll probably put Kudus in a swap deal for one of these two. Pedro Goncalves, I like him a lot. I do like him a lot. He doesn't have a lot of pace though, which Noosa does have a lot of pace. And I mean, if we're gonna go for someone, it's probably best to go for someone that is younger in Noosa. But then again, Pedro Goncalves is higher rated. He is the better player. He'll probably provide more to the team straight away. But I think Noosa is probably going to be the one that we go for. And then for right wingers, I'm thinking Lee Canyon would be a great option. Just based on that, PSG is so good. I don't think this guy gets any game time right now. Like, I don't think he will get game time. Or Bakayoko, who looks awesome as a player coming from the Eredivisie to Spurs. I think it's a great step in his career. So I'm thinking I'm probably leaning towards Bakayoko. And then for left backs, this is a tough one. This is a very tough one for me because Miguel Gutierrez looks really good, but then Carrera is 6'1". You know, he's gonna provide the physicality. The thing about Gutierrez is he can play left mid as well, but honestly, I think I'm gonna go for Carreras. Obviously, we don't have any European football, so it would make more sense for us to really get players that are not from top leagues, like Goncalves, Bakayoko, and Carreras. That said, I think I'm going to go for Noosa instead of Goncalves. So these are the three players we're going to sign. And I will let you guys know once we've signed them. Yes, guys, so I believe I'm done with the transfer window now. I've made the 3 signings I want to make, and we managed to sell Kudus, and you're going to see how much we sold Kudus for. 55 million to Atletico Madrid. Mohamed Kudus for 55 million to Atletico Madrid is unbelievable. After him having the season he had last season, and we still profited off him, because I believe we purchased him for about 30 to 40 million, somewhere around there. That is unbelievable. We'll go to the transfer and I'll show you the players we bought. We purchased Bakayoko. We purchased him for 17 million plus Heung-min Son. I know, adding Son to the deal is a bit disrespectful, but I mean, Son is still valued at 32 million. He's 81 rated and 34 years old. I thought, you know what, let me cash in while I still can. So I managed to get Bakayoko on a steal. I then purchased Noosa for 55 million. Very expensive deal, but I mean, he has the potential to be special. So, and then Carreras, we purchased him for 46 million. So now when we go to the team, and you're gonna see I've made a few changes to the side now. It's gonna look Bakayoko. It's going to be Odebert on the bench. Madison is going to be on the bench because last season he was very average. And we're going to put Noosa in on the left there, and then starting with Carreras at left back. So the team is looking different, but overall I think the team's actually looking better, and I believe that this team can really start fighting for European football, at least top 8 minimum, and that is the goal for the season. And obviously we really want to be competitive in all cup ties, and I feel like we have a solid amount of depth. I mean, Udogi on the bench is unbelievable. Danso on the bench is great. You know, Madison on the bench is also phenomenal. Brennan Johnson on the bench is phenomenal. So what I'm going to do now is sum the rest of the season till January, and then I'll catch you guys then. Cheers. Yes, guys, we have made it to January now, and I want to tell you something. When I was simulating these games, obviously it just walks through every game that gets played, and then it shows you the scoreline. And I was just like, we are not losing. This team is doing so well. As you can see, we are currently 2nd place. If we go to the leaderboard, the log obviously, we are sitting 4 points behind Man City. 22 goals conceded and 39 goals scored. the complete opposite to the problems we had last season, and we are doing very well. Um, we can quickly just walk through, like again, like all the big games we played. So obviously not much big games here. Oh yeah, that said, we lost to. Okay, we won on penalties against Wickham, but then we lost to Crawley Town in the cup. So obviously our goal of being competitive in the cup hasn't quite panned out. That said, we are doing very well in the Premier League, beating Arsenal 2-1. We drew to United. Unfortunately, we lost to Liverpool, but overall, we've had a good season. We drew to City, we beat Chelsea, and we're just winning the games we need to be winning. That's the important thing. So now what I'm going to do is take you to the squad hub, and you can just have a look at the players that have been performing. One thing I'm going to say, I'm very upset that Noosa has only played 3 games this season. Archie Gray has only played 1 game. But I mean, it's working. Whatever is happening is working. Noosa is not playing, which is unfortunate because we want him to do really well. I think he has the potential to be great, but he's not really getting the game time. Same with Archie Gray. Deveen's doing well on loan. Churkin's doing well on loan. Grown by 2. What else can we say? Udogi's playing less and we doing better, so that's a good thing. I mean, Udogi's playing less and playing better. Brennan Johnson, on the other hand, is not having a very good season, so maybe it's a good thing we looked at another right winger. What I can say is Christian Romero's spot has been taken by Danso. Mikey Moore's doing well at Crystal Palace. Madison's playing less games. Matisse staying off the bench. Carreras is having a solid season for us. He's been a good signing. Danso playing more games than Romero. We got Van der Ven in the mix also. Then Ekitike having a much better season than last season. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, he had 12 goals and 0 assists by the end of last season. This season, in January, he has 10 goals and 4 assists. So halfway through the season, he already has 2 more goal contributions than last season. That is unbelievable. Fratessi's having a good season. What a signing Bakayoko was. 8 goals and 8 assists in 19 games. This man has hit the ground running. And when I tell you, it's like every week I just saw his name pop up as man of the match, man of the match, man of the match. He has been phenomenal. Wow. I'm really impressed by him. Pedro Porro's having a much better season compared to last season. And Odebert has taken Noosa's spot. I originally brought Odebert in to just, sit on the bench, be someone that contributes off the bench, but this guy is performing. He's got 7 goals and 2 assists in the first half of the season. He's doing very well. So I don't really want to change anything right now. Gallagher's also, he's been solid, he's doing his job. That said, what I can say is Kulusevski at Cam is not as efficient when he plays on the right wing. So that's also something to think about. But it's working. Bakayoko on the right is just working, and I don't really want to change that right now. So, yeah. What I can say is I don't think we need to do anything transfer-wise. I mean, if anything, maybe it should replace our centre-back. Replace Romero. I'm happy to keep Danso on the bench still and just get a really solid centre-back. Obviously, Noosa isn't playing at all. It's looking like that at the moment. But I wouldn't mind getting another centre-back, replacing Romero. Even though Romero is our captain. But he just looks like the weakest part of the team at the moment. But then again, everything's working right now, so maybe we shouldn't change anything. Yeah. And obviously we got knocked out in the cup, so it's basically just full focus on the Premier League. We still have 70 million to spend. Maybe we can hold that money for next season if we're able to get European football, specifically Champions League, we can really purchase a world-class player for next season that can help us challenge for the title even. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Cheers. Yes, guys, so before jumping through to the end of the season, I have indeed made an offer for a centre back where I offered Sergio Romero plus 18.5 million, as I feel Romero is the next person that needs to get out of the team, and I've got Murillo here. He's 5'11", so he's quite small for a centre back. That said, he's in the Premier League, he's doing really well for Nottingham Forest, and I feel him joining Spurs is a strong step in the right direction for his career. That said, I mean, Romero dropping down to Nottingham Forest isn't the best step for him, but he's accepting the offer, so we're going to go jump in and get Murillo signed on board, and then I'll show you what the team looks like once Murillo's in the team. I think Danzo hasn't really made the progress to be our starting centre-back, so he will stay on the bench, and if he's unhappy with that, then we must just get rid of him. We're going to offer him, let's give him 90k a month, and he's happy with that. Alright, so we've signed Murillo. Let's go. And I think this can definitely help our defense as well. So you see 18.5 million plus Christian Romero. I wonder how that deal is. I think that's an A. That's a B. Alright. But 84 rated. The one problem I have is that now both of our starting centre backs are left footed, if I'm not mistaken. Van der Ven's also left footed. So what's Van der Ven has 5-star weak foot, so that's perfectly fine. We got Murillo on the left, Van der Ven, and that's what the team is looking like. Obviously Odegaard starting ahead of Nusa because for some reason Nusa isn't playing at all, and I think it's got to do with the fact that he's a left mid, not a left winger, and he also doesn't have any pluses in left winger positions. So I think once he gets a position plus in left wing or something, then you'll start playing more. But for now, this is what the team looks like, and I'm very happy with it. Later, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Yes, guys, we are in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. We are versing Chelsea. Your City have it easy against Burnley, but let me just walk you through who we've played, how we've made it to this point. We versed Gillingham to start off with. We won 2-1. We then versed Reading 3-2. We then versed Plymouth Argyle 3-0, and then we versed Cardiff City 3-1. So we've had a very easy run to the semi-finals. That said, we're versing Chelsea now, so it's not as easy. We're gonna do the simulation live here. Let's see how we do. And I'm not too sure how Chelsea's doing this season. I don't really want to look at the log. I want to leave that for the end of the season. But let's get into this game. And, we got a few tired players, I see. And I don't really want to play Brennan Johnson because he hasn't really been doing well this season. So, Matisse Tull, Odegaard. Odegaard can play right wing. And Matisse Tull Nusa can play left wing. And then obviously Danso is fitter than Van der Ven, so let's do it like that. That's the team we're going with. As you can see, our players have grown quite a bit. We're doing very well. And Nusa, looking at his sharpness, it doesn't look like he's playing much games. So nothing has really changed there. But let's get into this game in quick summit. 3, 2, come on boys, come on. We win! We are in the finals of the FA Cup, guys. Nusa and Pedro Porro with a goal. That is phenomenal. At halftime, we made 2 substitutions in Van der Ven and Bakayoko. I'm happy with those substitutions. And Nusa and Pedro Porro really make it happen. Pedro Porro with a great game, Nusa with a great game. Who else had solid games? We got Carreras, Murillo with a solid game, Fratesi, Gallagher. And we are in the finals of the FA Cup. And as you can see, we are versing Man City, so it's not going to be the easiest game in the world. That's it. We're in the FA Cup. Let's go. Here you go, guys. We are in the finals of the FA Cup, and as you can see in the previous game, we beat Chelsea. We beat Chelsea. It was a 2-1. We are versing Man City now, who have been really good this season. So this is not going to be an easy matchup, but we're going to go into the lineup, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm looking to do with this team and how we plan on winning it. So this is the exact team. Actually, I want Nusa to start just based on the fact that he did indeed score against Chelsea. He scored against Chelsea, so I want to give him that opportunity again. This is going to be the lineup. It's a really strong lineup for us, and hopefully we can take home the win. I'm going to do a quick sum. Come on, boys. Let's get it. Let's get it. 3, 2. Oh, and City were just a bit too good for us. Nusa scores again though, but yeah, Man City has gone and won the FA Cup. We didn't get to win the FA Cup, but that said, we did. We were competitive, and that was the goal for the season. I said I wanted to be competitive in the cups, and that's what we were. And Man City went and won it, but we did our best. I'll see you guys at the end of the season, eh? So we have made it to the end of the season, guys, and as you can see, this is the team of the season. None of our Vicario made it to the team of the season. Well done, Fabio Silva, Haaland, Mehmeti, Garnacho. Solid team of the season. But Haaland has won Premier League Player of the Season. Don't blame him. And let's quickly just jump into the calendar. Oh, well, now you see it. Okay, let's just go into the standings. We came 5th place, guys. I mean, we were 2nd place in January, so we definitely dropped off in the second half of the season. But overall, coming 5th place, especially from 9th place, if I'm not mistaken, or 10th place, coming 5th place to also competing in the FA Cup. We did lose in the finals, but I feel we've had a great season. And next season, we are really going to compete, and I can't wait. And I'll show you how we messed up the whole Premier League, Champions League. We lost to Leicester City in the last game of the season. We lost to Leicester City, and if we just look through some notable games, as you can see, we lost to Chelsea 4-2 as well. We lost to City 2-1. Where are the other notable games? Oh, and January was a tough one. We lost to United, we drew to Arsenal, and we lost to Liverpool. So in terms of versing the big teams, we didn't do very well at all. But I'm still happy with our season. It would have been nice to get Champions League, but I feel getting Europa League gives us an even better opportunity of actually competing and like going for the title. I mean, like the trophy. And as you can see, Fratesi's grown, Kulusevski has grown, Hugo Ekitike has also grown a lot. Carreras has been a solid signing for us. So yeah, I mean, our players are growing nicely. And if we have a look at who's made the most appearances, has been Vicario and Kulusevski. Kulusevski with a great season. Pedro Porro with a solid season. Fratesi with a solid season. Odebert continuing that form from Crystal Palace. He has had a solid season. And he played 42 games, by the way, ahead of Nusa. And I mean, with his performances, I'm content with giving him all the performances because he's delivering. And Bakayoko also had a great season for us. What a signing, worth every penny. That said, in the first half of the season, he had 8 goals and 8 assists. Second half of the season, he only got 3 goals and 1 assist. So, second half of the season, he wasn't as good, but still a vital piece to our puzzle. And Hugo Ekitike, have a look at that season for him. Wow, this man showed up. 20 goals, 4 assists in the Premier League. 5 goals in 4 games in the FA Cup as well. He's been phenomenal for us. Very happy with him. Gallagher, great signing for us. He was expensive, but he hasn't really put a foot wrong for us. Carreras with a solid season. Maddison with a much better season this season. And that's him coming off the bench as well. So I'm very happy with him. Murillo, he's been average, but hopefully next season he shows up a bit more. Matisse Tull, not really the performance we wanted from him. I do want a bit more from Matisse, but Hey, I mean, he's behind Ekitike, who just had a phenomenal season, so it's difficult for him. Udogi also having a much better season in terms of average rating now that he's coming off the bench. Brennan Johnson with a pretty bad season, I won't lie, but he's been behind Bakayoko, so I don't blame him, but we want something more from him. And then Churkin growing very nicely. And this has been the biggest flop for us. We spent so much money on Nusa. I'm pretty sure it was like 50 to 60 million or something. And he hasn't quite delivered for us. Also, he hasn't really had the game time, but also Odebert has had a great season, so I can understand why he hasn't had the game time. I'm not too sure what to do with him. Maybe next season we send him out on loan or something. It's a difficult one because, if you're going to spend so much money on a player, you need them to perform. And he just hasn't. Jed Spence, very average from him. Mikey Moore's grown nicely at Crystal Palace. I must say our players that go to Crystal Palace really grow nicely. And they do well as well. They get the game time. It's really good to see. De Winter with a little bit more minutes than last season. And he's done okay. Alfie Devine, Aston Villa. Very happy with him. Very nice indeed. Archie Gray only played 2 games this season. That is shocking. That is shocking. I don't know what to do with Archie Gray because I feel like every season his potential just drops and he just becomes more and more average. We got Bergvall growing by 2. I'm happy with that. Maybe we bring Bergvall back and then send Archie Gray out on loan. I'm not exactly sure. This brother just hasn't gotten the minutes. Manuk, unfortunate. But yeah, let's have a look at our loan listed players quickly. I mean, you've already walked through some of them, but everybody has grown nicely. Churkin most notably, I like that. Phillips also growing nicely. So I'd say overall, we've had a great season of players. Our top goal scorer, obviously, Ekitike. And I think our player of the season is definitely Ekitike. Most vital player in the team, for sure. He performed in the FA Cup, he performed in the Premier League, and he just showed his real importance. And Odebert, Bakayoko, Kulusevski, and Ekitike was our front 4, and they all performed. So we really can't complain about that. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you have made it to this point in time, and if you have any suggestions for what we should be replacing in the team, what we should be looking at, I'm pretty sure we should be going. I mean, Pedro Porro had a good season last season, but if I'm looking at the team and comparing, it's probably replacing Pedro Porro and replacing Vicario. But then again, Vicario made the team of the season, so that's a tough one. But let me know your thoughts, guys, and as always, have a good one.